Hey, it's Gothy, and I'm wearing colour. I know, it's scary, it's my Murloc shirt, but yes. It's okay, Yolanden. You go on. So, as you can see, I've got packages. They just got here. Um, so I'm happy, and I'm gonna open them. My chair squeaks, by the way. If you hear that, I don't know if it's gonna pick up or not. But, yes. So, proper things. Yep, so basic life updates is so far things in the new year are both good and bad. We got our lounge room sorted because Andrew's was on holidays for a couple of days. Didn't get much of a break because that's just the industry he works in. And yeah, so we got our lounge room sorted out. We've got everything in place. We've decided when we get a new TV, we want to wall mount it, and we've picked a spot for it and stuff. We ended up replacing our long lounge, which was really low down. It was really difficult for me to get in and out of, and because it's been really hot lately, like we've had a few heat waves where it's hit 42 to 45 degrees, which is degrees Celsius, by the way. In Fahrenheit, it's like 110 and above. So it's been bad. And the air conditioner that we've got doesn't do anything for my room because it's the other end of the house. So I was trying to sleep in the lounge room for a while, and just that lounge is horrible. So we picked up a free futon. The guy who was getting rid of it didn't want any money for it, and just come pick it up, it's yours. Alright, cool. So we did. We had to pick it up from... I'm drawing a mind blank. One of the suburbs near Wollongong. So we ended up spending the day in Wollongong. Like, we went and had a look at some beaches and stuff. We took the power chair. We found a beach that actually has a beach wheelchair that you can borrow from them. And it's one of the Wave Rider ones, so you can actually take it into the water and stuff too. They're basically like these giant inflatable wheels, and you can't push them yourselves. There's no push rooms or anything like that. You've got to be pushed. But it's a huge deal because there are not very many places in Australia that take that sort of thing into consideration. So finding a beach in, I think it was Shell Harbour, yeah, it was like huge deal, and I got a little emotional because I was like, oh my god, I can actually go to the beach again. And I'm like, why do I get emotional about that? Because I fucking hate the beach. Because I don't swim. I don't do deep water. I don't do water that I can't see into, and I don't do waves. So I don't understand. But yeah, so if I look a little shiny too and red, it's because I did get a little bit sunburnt because we went to a few different places. We did lookouts and stuff. The highlight of the day was getting fish and chips in a paper bag, sitting by the water and just eating them, because that's how you do fish and chips. You wrap it in paper and you just tear a hole in the top and you just eat them out. It's great. So we did that. Andrew used his birthday present that I got him from last year, which was an abseiling and canyoning experience coupon thing that I got him. So he went and did that on the Saturday. The bad was that a friend of mine was attacked by someone with an axe. Any Aussies probably have seen this floating around. There was a woman who attacked two people at a service station. One guy got the axe to the face. We haven't had any real updates for him, but I'm imagining he's facing months of like a whole bunch of reconstructive surgeries and cosmetic surgeries and stuff. And my friend Sharon was hit in the back of the head with the axe, and then when she went down, she was hit again. Thankfully, she has a fractured skull, so she didn't get away easy or anything like that, but she would be dead if not for the fact that she has these giant, huge-ass dreads that she's had for years. So it's all a bit fucked. She's with family at the moment. She's taking some time to rest and just to sort of heal a bit. I don't know how she's going to be opening her shop again because she runs a shop in the area that she was attacked in. And, like, my first thought was, oh, well, it's probably just someone on ice or something, which is horrible. Like, it's a horrible thing to happen, and it's a horrible thing for anyone to do. But it's looking like this person was sober, because they released the CCTV footage, and it looks like she was flirting with the guy that she axed in the face before she axed him in the face. And it wasn't until Sharon sort of turned around and started walking away from the counter that this chick struck. But then it gets crazier because it turns out that I've met this chick at some parties and stuff that I've been to, and that she knows a whole bunch of my friends, and that she's really well known in different communities and stuff, and I'm just sort of like freaking out because watching the CCTV footage and then knowing, like, seeing how connected she is to everyone, I honestly don't believe that it was a random attack. And from what I've seen is that her reasoning was because she was in a dark place and wanted other people to feel pain. And I'm not okay with that. So of course, and because the attacker is transgender, there's a lot of transphobic stuff floating around, so a lot of my trans friends don't feel safe at the moment. I'm feeling a little unsafe because everyone's saying, oh, she's obviously schizophrenic, and, you know, she's obviously got problems, and she's obviously schizophrenic and had a schizoid episode and all this sort of stuff, and this is why schizophrenic should be locked up and all this sort of stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just gonna hide over here and hope to God this doesn't affect my chances of getting a job, because I've been trying to stay really positive with everything, and this is just sort of going to make it a bit harder, because I'm just going to be super paranoid now that if anyone finds out, that it's going to ruin everything. So, it's been a little fucked. Just a little fucked. Yeah. So, stash-wise, actually, I've been reorganizing my stash. It's still very much a work in progress. This way? No, this way. So you can see there's, like, folders and stuff there. It's a work in progress. I need to grab another couple of folders and small plastic sleeves, and then just make a space for them and stuff. It has been good going through all my patterns and stuff. I've already put aside some that I'm going to get rid of because I'm just not going to stitch them. I also got 2 new books because when we were in Wollongong, they had a Warhammer store, which wasn't the best accessibility-wise, but I'm not too surprised because Warhammer stores are pretty notorious for being tiny and usually have stairs. This one didn't have stairs, but it was tiny. And there were just too many people in there, and I was just like, yeah, no, let's just go. But they had a discount bookstore. And the guy who was running the bookstore came up to me and said, oh, like, I'm really, really sorry we don't have access to the upstairs or the downstairs, but most of the stuff that we've got upstairs and downstairs I've moved copies of down into this middle floor, which is, you know, ground level, so that people like yourself or people with prams can still access everything. And I was just like, oh, wow, okay. And he goes, yeah, and if you need any help, if you need anything specific, just let me know and I'll see if I have it, and if we do, I'll run upstairs and grab it or whatever. Which was, like, shocking, because you never get that shit anywhere. Like, yeah, it was a bit different. But I bought 2 books, and he even gave me discounts. So, this book cost me $4. It's book 3 in a series. It's a fantasy series. I haven't read it yet, but I've got book 1 and 2, but I haven't been able to find this anywhere. So, $4. And $6 for this one. And this is, it's like a fantasy sort of thing, and it's, it seems like it's, very much like the Kylie Chan series, but I read the first book of the Kylie Chan ones, and I didn't like it, so we'll see how this is. Yeah, so I think it's all 3 books. No, it's book 2 of the series. Fuck. Alright, so I've got to get book 1. I do that all the time, but for $6, I'm not too fussed. Yeah. And then there was also a comic book store, and they'd only just opened, so they weren't properly set up yet. But he was saying, oh, no, like, I'm really, really sorry, like, we haven't finished setting everything up for access and stuff. But we are, because he's like, oh, you know, there's people in this area that we know that have come in and showed interest in their wheelchair users as well, so we're, like, taking it really into consideration and stuff. It turns out, because we have a friend who uses a wheelchair who lives in Wollongong, and we were hoping to see him as well while we were in the area, but he wasn't able to come visit. So we were like, oh, is it this person by chance? Like, does he look like this? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we know him. But, yes. So, this box is the Lincraft order. I had to chase them up because I did this on the 26th of December, and they hadn't sent it out yet. So, I called them Monday, and I was like, hey, what's going on with the order? Because I sent them an email over the weekend and didn't hear anything back either. So she chased it down. It turns out that they had to do another DMC order to fulfill the online orders. So they'd just gotten that in. They were literally packing orders then and there. So she goes, give me half an hour. I'm going to go find exactly where your one is, specifically. So she called me back and said, alright, well, most of yours is there, but there is one colour that didn't come in this order that we're still waiting on. So what I'm going to do is I'll send out the rest of the stuff, and then when the other colour comes in, we'll send that to you free of charge. So this is most of my order minus one skein. Just kind of, it's like, it's one skein, it's nothing huge. But the few DMC threads that I did get, because Lincraft did a 50% off everything sale. So that's going to be the DMC. They did 50% off everything, so DMC went down to like 60 cents a skein. So I went through what I've got in my stash, and these are just the colours that I was missing, that I didn't have any of. So I should now have a full set, minus the specialty threads. I think there's some new variegated ones too that I don't have yet. But that should pretty much give me a full set. I can't move backwards anymore. And this is a box for Illidan. Those who saw my Facebook post on, I think, Monday, Illidan was been puking in the mornings. And it was getting kind of concerning because we couldn't work out what it was. You know, we tried putting wet food down, letting him eat that, and then putting pellets down later so he wouldn't gobble and stuff. Also, he wouldn't gorge. Gobble's a horrible word. And that didn't seem to help much. And it was only in the mornings. It wasn't ever at night time. So, you know, I put the status up and spoke to a couple of people, and they came up with some ideas. So, he is day 2 puke free. So what we did was we started putting his wet food in the fridge all the time now, so that it's going to be cold in the mornings too, because that was the only thing we could tell was different between night and morning feeds. And I've been putting extra pellets down for him before I go to bed at night. Not that I'm sleeping, but when I go to bed I put extra pellets down so that if he starts to get hungry in the morning he can go and nibble. And yeah, there's this thing with like stomach acid in cats or something where when they start to anticipate food, the stomach acid, like a particular type of stomach acid, starts activating in their stomach, and when they eat, like if it's too long or something in between the activation and them eating, then they'll puke it all up. I don't know. I read it somewhere, but it seems to be working. He hasn't puked. It's been 2 days. It's great because I fucking hate cleaning up puke. Yeah, so that's going fine. He doesn't seem to be actually sick. Like, that was the first thing I wondered, is like, he's had no pain, no discomfort, he doesn't seem stressed, you know, like, it was unusual, so, yeah, that's all fine. Oh, and an update with the kittens. In the next week or two, they'll be going up onto the town's adoption website. They've been with a foster carer. They're all very well, they're all good, and they will be going up for adoption soon. So, yeah. And this is really frustrating. They've like, ow. They've taped the bubble wrap into a layer of bubble wrap that is taped. So there's 2 layers of super taped bubble wrap around this thing. It's really annoying. Like, I'm happy they took that much care, but fuck, it's annoying. I can't get into this stupid thing. Right. So, with the 50%, oh my god. This is why I open things off camera. Just because I'm awkward and pull awkward faces with my awkwardness. Get off the... Thank you. So, with the 50% off sale, the Johanna Basford canvases were really, really cheap. So, I picked this one up and it was like $7. And there's a lot of glare right now. But, yeah. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, they were like $7. So, I grabbed one. And I'm planning to... I might do it with watercolours because I have those new watercolours that I bought. Say new. And I tested them out. And they're really nice. Like, they say really vibrant. I'm really happy with them. So, yes. So, it's... What time is it? It's like 8:30 in the morning. It's really early here. Because I'm not sleeping at night. I've been going to sleep at night. Like, going to bed early. Just can't sleep. Today I'm going to have to make myself stay up because I've been getting to that sort of point where I can sleep for a little bit at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'll be in bed dozing on and off until about 5. The problem is today I have another checkup appointment for my IUD, which is at 5, so I'm going to have to keep myself awake. Oh, I didn't think this was helpful. So this one is colouring books. These are the ones that I've been lay-buying from OzSale. There's only 3, but they're 3 that I've wanted for a while. So we have the Imagimorphia, because I've got the Animorphia, but I wanted both. And these are, yeah, so these are animals, and they've got the little dudes in them. See a little dude? Yeah. These are really cool. I really like these books. Yeah. And the paper's not too thick. I mean, they're double-sided images, but the paper's pretty thick, so you can get away with it. I love that. That is freaking wicked. It's got skulls and Anubis and this bust down the bottom. Oh, that is awesome. I love that. Yeah, I'm already happy with this. It's steampunk butterflies and birds. What's that? Oh, there's like a mechanical skull and a floral skull. That is cool. I've been going through this thing with skulls lately. Oh, and I found it. I can't see it from there, but I found my Tank Girl poster that I thought I lost like fucking years ago. I don't know if I mentioned it. No, I think I might have mentioned it. But I also found one of my old Spider-Man ones. So, because we are still sort of unpacking. Because we're horrible. Oh, there's spiders! And spider webs with little creatures. Yes. I spent a little bit of time yesterday. I'm thinking about doing some streaming on Twitch. So let me know if that's something that you'd want to watch and what you'd want me to do. Because, I mean, I left it over there. I've finished all of my I've only got one miniature left to paint. I don't like it very much. It's the one that I got from Reaper. I just don't like it. So I don't know if I'll finish it. But I don't have any more Warhammer ones to do. But if I get some more Warhammer ones and then build up my paint collection like I'd like to, I might do some miniature painting streams. But I'm thinking about doing some cross-stitch streams and some gaming ones. And there's also a colouring book section on Twitch now, which is cool. So if those are things that you would watch, let me know. Because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I need to get a second webcam, and I'd like to get one that's better quality. So I've got to start putting some money aside for that. But I've also got to start putting money aside for my flights and hotels. Hotel for the stitching retreat in October. Although I might have got, there's this lady who is in Brisbane who streams cross-stitching to Twitch, and that's pretty cool. And she does cross-stitching and World of Warcraft. So I think I might have gotten her interested in going to the cross-stitch retreat as well, which would be cool. But yeah, oh, that's cool. They've got like a page and you can fill the feathers in yourself. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. I love this book. This one was just like sort of one of those, like this was not the book that drew me in. It was all like, oh hey, like you really want to put these on lay-by. This one was one of the two that made me like, yes, I have to put them on lay-by. So this is a tattoo colouring book. It's by Megan Massacre. She's a tattoo artist. She's been on TV in a couple of different things, I think. I think she tattoos in and out of Australia sometimes too. But I love this book. I watched her making it on her Instagram, and just she's very much into like sugar skulls and very intricate sort of stuff. I'd love to get an actual tattoo from her. And all of these pages are perforated. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but they're all perforated so you can tear them out. That is awesome. And the paper's quite thick too. Like it's actually, I think it might be the thickest paper I've seen in a colouring book. Yeah. Some of them are kind of simplistic. We got a Day of the Dead Nurse. Fancy cat. And more skulls and some daggers. I'm happy with this. It's like a fancy filigree bat. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Oh, there it is. That's the skull. The filigree one. Yeah, I like this. Lots of sugar skulls in this one, which I'm happy about because I love sugar skulls. Oh, that's cool. That'd be a cool one for like cross stitching sort of thing. Cause there's a little pair of scissors. That's pretty awesome. With the sugar skull, ship, sugar skull, roses and snakes, owl. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm happy with this. I'll do proper flip through. Ah! There's a cat sugar skull. I knew there had to be one. Yeah. I'm really happy with this. So there's that one. And the other one I got was this pop manga one. Now this one I'd seen. Yeah, okay. It's got a dust jacket. Oh, that's cool. There's nothing fancy on the inside of the dust jacket. It's just stars. But on the cover, it's got her, and then there's a robot guy on the back. But I saw this one in a bookstore, and I needed it. Actually, I think this one might be a good candidate for getting ring-bound. Like my Johanna Basfords. I've got one of the Johanna Basfords that needs to be ring-bound anyway. But these ones are kind of... The line work is a bit lighter. But, yeah. They're some really pitch. So there's stuff like, there's some pages that just got butterflies, and there's this little guy that pops up every so often. It was like, yeah, do this thing. But you can just ignore them. It's so pretty. Yeah, see, there's a little guy in the corner. He pops up every so often in the book, but the designs are really pretty. I really like them. Like, some of them are super detailed. Yeah. And then there's some tentacles. We all know where that's going. But I fell in love with this one. So when I saw that I could lay by it, I was like, ah, yes, that's happening. I'll do proper flip throughs for all of these. As I've been saying for the last fucking few months now, I have some that I've already filmed, I just need to actually do them. To edit them, put them on the computer. It'll happen eventually. I was like super motivated for a little while, come the new year, and then it's just sort of zapped because I think just because of the heat, because it keeps switching from hot to cold and raining and stuff. And like yesterday hit 42. Today's only supposed to be 30, and then tomorrow's supposed to be 45. So yeah, things are kind of fucked. But yes, the only other thing I haven't done much of, but a little bit more progress. Started the bunnies with a little bit more of the background done. This is one of those projects that I'm just like, oh, I need to finish it, because the sooner I get it finished, the sooner I can get onto the Hate Challenge, and I can just get into my projects. So, of course, it's dragging ass, because I fucking hate it. Of course. So, yeah, it's a bit of a struggle at the moment to get anything done on it, because I just hate it. I hate looking at it. But I know if I don't finish it, then it's going to take months, and it's already taken longer than it should have. So, I need to get it done. I think that's everything. Yeah, it's pretty much everything. I'm gonna clean up some more. Just throw the boxes and stuff. Oh, future Christy can deal with that. I'm not fucking doing it now. Fuck off. I've got a kitchen to clean too, actually, so I should probably do that. Probably won't. I'll probably do it tonight or something when I'm cooking dinner, but yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on. I was going to do this video like a couple of days ago, but because I was still so angry about this Axe Attack stuff, and just is really hard to watch. Like, it was hard to watch the security footage from the cameras in the servo. I'm still sort of surprised that it got released. Or, I don't know if it got released as such, but it got... The news company's got a hold of it. It was hard to watch, because Sharon is... I do consider her one of my good friends. She's never done wrong by me. She's never picked sides or anything like that, because there's a few people that we both know that hate me, and, you know, they've been quite vindictive and nasty to me, and she just, you know, if one of those people is in the store when I go to see her, she'll be like, oh, well, you know, such and such is here, so I'll talk to you another time. And it's no big deal. Like, she doesn't try to force us into the same area or try to force us to get along or anything. She just accepts they're not friends, it's cool, whatever. You know, and just, yeah. She helps so many people, and she does so much for everyone. And to watch someone hit her, try to kill her. Like, if not for the fact that she has dreads, she'd probably be dead. That's fucked up. It's so fucked up. And, like, at first I was just really upset about it, and then I got really angry about it, and then when more information started coming out about who this person was, it just got worse. And of course, this person is rich, and she's being represented by Charles Waterstreet, who is this basically a rich person's lawyer. To the point where he had a TV show made about him. And he seems like a really shitty fucking person. But there's a lot of people thinking she's going to get away with it. Basically. which is fucked because she could very well kill 2 people. She's changed the lives of 3 people for the rest of their lives. Like, they're not going to be the same. Like, the guy who copped the axe to the face, Sharon, and the cashier as well. Anyone else who saw it, anyone else who was in the shop at the time. Like, they're never going to be the same. And that's fucked. So, I've been trying not to talk about it and trying not to think about it because I just get ranty. This is fucked. Like, it's really just fucked. But, other news. This weekend I'm going to try and have a stitchy day with my friend who I've taught to stitch, so we'll see if that happens. I have my appointment today. I had my first period with the IUD. Did I mark the days? What days was it? Yeah. So, I had my first period with the IUD. I had 2 days of very, very minor spotting, and that was it. So, I think the IUD is going to stop my period completely. Which means no blood for 5 years, which is fucking amazing. I really hope that is the case, because I hate it. But I also got no cramps, I got no headaches. I got a little bit of, like, a weird food craving, like a bit of a sweet tooth, but that was about it. Yeah, it was actually good. It's kind of scary, because things so far, like, except for the attack with Sharon, things seem to be going well, and it's kind of creepy. Although, except for my insomnia, but that very rarely goes well, I can't be surprised. But, yes. That is the updated stuff. Oh, and I did get a portable air conditioner for free. We've got to sort of modify it so it can fit into the window. But, yeah, we got that for free. So, that's a thing. Yeah. So I won't have to sleep out on the futon. Try to sleep out on the futon anymore. But I'm going to go. I'm going to set this to upload. And then I'm probably just going to do some gaming and stuff until I either get some spoons to do some housework, or until I've got to start getting ready to go to the shops. So, I'll go to the shops to get to the train station to get to family planning to get to my appointment. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.